Hey, hey guys and girls, it's your boy JP back with another video. So basically it's like 2:30 a.m. here in Johannesburg. I can't sleep for some reason. Today was a rough day of sales, rough day of business. So basically where I'm selling 7K packages, there is a lot that has to be done. It's not an easy sale, but at the same time, I feel like if I could master this, then I'm probably one of the top in the game in terms of sales. But anyway, frustrating day, no closes today. Had 7 calls, no closes, which is like, no, how many calls did I have? Sorry, 4 calls, no closes, not 7. I had 7 calls in total, 3 no-showed and then 4 didn't buy. And they were a little bit frustrating because I felt like they were very close to buying, or the argument was so strong for them to do it that the only way they could get out of it was to literally dip, like rage quit the call, just leave the room. So that happened once. People making excuses. Oh, I need to speak to my wife. And they always say they're gonna just need an hour to think about it, or they just need to talk to someone. But it's just they're stalling, they're hesitating. And you ask like if it's the program, because typically if someone hesitates, you want to ask them if it's the program or if it's the price. And they always say, I love the program's so good, working with Dr. Mike, the program's so good. But then it's the price that always stumps them, the 7K, because the 7K paid in full. That's going to get them the best results, really and truly. Obviously, I make more commission, but that gets them more results because they're more invested up front. So I wanted to sell it not just for me, but for them as well. And yeah, so basically I couldn't sleep. I think, I don't know, I kind of had a couple of calls that kind of ruined my energy a little bit. One guy came on the call and was literally trying to like deconstruct Dr. Mike's business. Basically came on the call and he was expected to speak to Dr. Mike, but he was speaking to me. And essentially, he was just like, what's going on there? Because I asked where he's from. He's from Belgium somewhere. I'm from South Africa. I'm from London, but I live in South Africa. It was like, is this like an affiliate marketing thing? Like, it was just asking all these silly questions. I was like, bro, do you need help or not? Or do you care about, what does it matter about the business? Do you want help or not? Like, let's get to it. Like, let's not waste time. I have another call in an hour. Like, Dr. Mike is so in demand. Like, the calendar is packed. So I'm blessed. I can't complain, but it's not easy at the same time. Obviously, I need to improve on my skills, but as I said, from someone who's been used to selling, I mean, my highest package I was charging, I was getting paid £1,000 a month, which is actually decent by one client. So over the space of about, I think he trained with me for like 18 months, almost 2 years. So he was solid. He paid me like, it must have been like 12, 15K at least pounds, but over a long space of time. So, and I didn't sell him on that. I sold him on, obviously I was training with him as well, one-on-one training with him. And we were basically friends. That's what happens when people have money. You can literally buy friends. It's mad. But we was actually real friends. He's one of my closest friends. He's actually in jail now. But yeah, he was a solid guy. But I digress. But typically, most of the packages I sell about 400 pounds. That's what I was selling. And then even those times, because to sell someone, get them over the line, I would do, the lowest I'll go is, at one point anyway, was £25 for a 30-minute session. But if I had back-to-back, that's still £50 an hour, which is what everyone else was charging. And that was to get them over the line. And then after the first month, it'd go up to £40 a session if they wanted to do once a week. So I was typically making about 60 to £80 an hour. But that was obviously in person. But yeah, this is 7K and it's online, which is like, ooh, I believe in it. And that's the thing, if you've got the money, if you're a baller, like some of these guys I speak to, they're ballers and they've got pain and they love Dr. Mike. That's it, sold. It's easy as that. But it's the other ones who maybe don't know Dr. Mike as well, even if they have problems and they don't have money, then it's a case of they might hesitate. Same as if they have a lot of, they've been watching Dr. Mike for a lot of time, but they don't have that much pain and they don't have that much money. Or they have a lot of money and watch Dr. Mike, but not much pain as well. So it needs to be all three. So yeah, so today was tough. Didn't quite get everyone in the pocket. I could have done better. I kind of was carrying like a bit of negative energy because the first call was just threw me off where the guy was trying to analyze the business. And then I went to basically I went to the city centre in Johannesburg, Sandton, which is like one of the really nice areas. I went to like the Westfield of Johannesburg, and man, so many beautiful women in there. Ugh, beautiful women. Loads, all the designers are there, like Rolex, all the jewelry stores, like ballers in there for sure, for sure. People looking at me like crazy, because basically my shoes I've got they're a bit mash up. So I've basically got I think I said in my last video I've got a form of arthritis which I think is reactive, which I know is reactive. So it's gonna go away eventually, but it's been peaked for the last year. So basically I've got these special shoes. And yeah, so I've got these special shoes because my feet, like sometimes it hurts to walk if I wear like other footwear. But these shoes basically, for some reason, the way they're designed, it's by New Balance. And I will never buy New Balance again. I will never be sponsored by New Balance because although these shoes are the best shoes I've ever had in my life, like I paid about £160. They are the best shoes I've ever had in my life. But they're so comfortable for my arthritis. But the thing is, they started breaking apart. So it's like there's holes and it's all like tearing apart like you're homeless. Meanwhile, they're brand new, £160. That could get you a pair of Jordans, I'm sure. But yeah, so they were a bit ripped up. So I'm walking around this place and people at the stores looking at me crazy. Maybe that's in my head, but. So anyway, so basically had an hour, someone didn't show up for a call, went, they wanted to buy a wallet, get some cash out as well and buy some glycolic acid because basically I've got all these dark marks on my skin from shaving. So basically I used to shave using, what did I use? There was a point where I was shaving using a blade, I believe. Yeah, what was I using? That was messing up my... Oh, my mind's gone blank now. I think there was a point, yeah, so I would because I shaved my head, basically I'm going a bit bald. You can't really see it, but I thought, you know, I'm not going to fight for this. I'm just going to shave it off. I'm not battling for this, I'm just going to shave it off. So basically, I've done the same with my face. Basically, I used to have a beard. You probably see from my old videos, I had a beard. And I just didn't think it was a good look. Like, once I shaved this off, I felt like, okay, this is probably as good as it's going to get in terms of my looks. But it's not bad. But basically, I was getting all these ingrown. I've got a big problem with ingrown hair, so I've got all these dark marks all over my skin, all over here as well. So I used the glycolic acid to advertise it. Maybe I should show you. So why not? Give me a sec. Okay, so this video's turned a bit random. We're doing skin routine now. Okay, so this is my skin routine that I'm doing right now. So basically, I will shave first in the morning using one of these. Like, this is actually a bad boy because it doesn't actually really bring you ingrowns. Before I was using like a Gillette 3-blade razor, and then I would use clippers. The clippers were good actually, but the razor would mash me up. I have all these ingrowns and that would mess me up. So what I do now is I use this first thing in the morning, and then after I go to the gym and I get ready, I'll use this first, and then I use a cutthroat razor, so like a blade, to kind of trim around the beard, and I use a clipper to trim this down. And you know what? I love my barber. I actually miss him a lot. Shout out Damien, that was my barber. And when COVID happened, I was still going to see him every week, paying £20 for a trim. But the service was so good. I used to go to his yard, his shed, and I've known him since I was like maybe 10 years old, 11 years old. So I remember I cheated on my barber. That was crazy when I was like 16. I cheated on my barber. And I felt a bit bad, but I just was tired of waiting. And I'm sure he was a little bit pissed, but I was just tired of waiting all the time, and I didn't think he was really respecting me properly. You know, you're a teenager, and your barber ain't really showing you respect. But as I grew, I got to really get to know him, and he was with me at some interesting times. I should reach out to him, like breakups. You know, you speak to your barber about, you know, things you're going through. I remember classic moments of texting my ex. Just after the barbers. Just after the barbers. Or text just before the barbers and then check after the barbers. And the football would always be on, it'd be warm, always entertainment or music, vibes, alcohol. I wasn't drinking there, but the other guys would. But anyway, I'm going on tangents right now, but flipping it, why not? We're going impromptu, we're going with inspiration from the source, from above. It was like, film this video, so here we are. So anyway, so I love my barber, but it feels so good to always be fresh. I am always fresh. Always fresh at the barbers. And I think I'm doing a good job as well. And shout out Austin Holloman, because I know he's like big into self-grooming. And when you can groom yourself, it's so lit. Just wake up, just shave. I've got the full technique as well, so that, you know, after I finish showering, lather it up. Then what you do, you start from the back, pause. So you'll shave it back here, just from the half. So just on the back, just on the half. And then once that's all done, then you shave the front, again from the middle, and just shave. Like this, shave like this. And then what you do is that now you're gonna go down to the side, because you wanna hit the hairs from another angle. Yeah, you wanna hit the hairs from another angle. So you go down the side like this, down the side like this, and then you start in the middle, and then you come out from the top like this. So you're making sure you're hitting all the hairs from every angle, yeah? So it's 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you're gonna do is you need to, now, I would hit the back, pause, of your head, and you're gonna do like this here and this here, but on the back. So shaving this side all the way down to your neck. Make sure you don't want no neck hairs looking strange. And then shave the other side all the way down to the neck, just like this. Yeah, so you're good. You hit it from both sides as well, pause. And then you got the middle right here. So then you wanna shave like just from the middle, just a little bit, a couple inches. And then the other way. And then you are good. No problems ever. Not a hair, because the worst is when you got like a line looking odd. Or you miss a patch, it's looking weird. So always fresh. Anyway, skincare routine. We have digressed, but why not? We might go for an hour. I'm having a good time, and maybe you'll have a good time watching too. Okay, so first shave, then hop in so I actually use the cutthroat before. I used to wait till I shower, and then when it's wet, it's like more comfortable, and then, but you know, you got to deal with steam, and I think your skin gets a little bit too sensitive as well, more likely to cut yourself. So I literally do it dry. So I've recently tried to make this a little bit thinner, but I think it looks good. I love like I think everything's perfect right now in terms of the hair, just the skin. So anyway, so I shower, I'll use like normal soap, but before my face I'm using this L'Oreal. I should be sponsored, but you guys can pay me later, although I don't want to be trapped by the Matrix, so. But anyway, this is Glycolic Bright, and basically, so this is like a soap for the face. I never was into this yet, but looks maxing is important, you know, because if you want the ladies, the fine ladies, you need everything. Unless you're in South Africa and really there's money. No, I'm joking. That's just for some of the girls. But typically, girls like a guy that's good looking. You want to get the top girls. I'm not trying to settle for nothing average. Come on. Shout out Andrew Tate. I mean, that guy's got it figured out. We're going to get to Andrew Tate. We're going to get to Andrew Tate. Don't remind me. We're going to get to Andrew Tate. Okay, so face wash with this. Then, once I'm done, I will come out the shower. And then in the morning, I will use this Ingrow hair solution. It's called salicylic acid. Salicylic acid. And this is fantastic for getting rid of ingrowns and like spots. Like literally, since I've been using that, my skin's been amazing. Amazing. Like literally, look in the mirror. And before I could see a ton of bumps. But now it's just like smooth. Smooth. I was so embarrassed, not embarrassed, but I was just like, when you have a big spot, it's just like, it's just not nice, you know what I'm saying? Look at these scars, like approaching girls. I've always found a good girl, a nice girl to talk to, even when I was, apart from when I was ill, there was no girls there. There was no pussy there. Actually, pussy sounds a bit crass, doesn't it? There was no chicks then. Sorry, ladies. I know some of you ladies watch my channel, so. Yeah, there was no women then. That was very lonely. There was a lot of women that was matching with me though, because my online profile was on point. It's on point with the gym and the tone flexing and the right lighting and a couple other wizardry tools, which I may reveal in this channel, I may not, depends on the demand. But I was matching with some bad things. Oh, but broke and living at home, so too broke to get a hotel, like brokey broke. That's why money's the most important for getting girls. Money's number one. Whoever says this. No, you need a bit of everything. You need to be well-rounded. That's a bit shallow of me to say money. I mean, someone else in my position would have still made it work somehow, like gone to a friend's house, borrowed a friend's car, but I don't know, I'm not that desperate for women. And at the time, I was more working on my relationship with God, so women took a back seat. Anyway, and obviously a long breakup, engagement breakup meant that I needed that time to heal. But now I'm healed, thank you, Jesus. Oh, breakups are horrible. Do you know what? It's going to be a lot to talk about on this channel. I'm just going to chat some air. I'm going to chat breeze, and then hopefully someone agrees with what I'm saying and they enjoy the video. And why not? I want to do content every day. I love working with Dr. Michael, but I feel like I can do more. But we'll see. Anyway. So, salicylic acid, and then I will cream my body, and then I will use Glycolic Bright Glowing Cream Day. Now, I think it's got SPF, so I'm trying to get darker out here. I don't like being this light skin. I like being dark, like Tyrese. Like, shout out Damson Idris, like that dark skin. Like, I like being dark. I don't like being light. Anyway, no, I love it all. I love it. But I love being darker. Like, I love it. It's just more like taboo. If that's even the right word. Anyway, if I don't get cancelled for that. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, I used the SPF day. And then this guy, so basically the glycolic acid is supposed to lighten the dark spots. So I want to get darker, but I want to get rid of the spots, the unevenness. So anyway, we was talking about the shoes in my day, wasn't we? And the Bibles were talking about trims. Oh, I can't remember now. But basically, anyway, long story short, come back, had to rush back, got my shoes shined, and had to rush back, and literally, like, I wasn't settled. So, you know, the heart's racing, the cortisol's high, like, trying to find my Uber. And then, I get to it, and then, the call after that didn't go to plan. Really cool guy. My energy was off though, the whole call. Really cool guy. Running for politics in like Atlanta. Some white guy, but so friendly. I'm like, oh, these politicians have some charm. This guy's charming me. Even though probably the perfect call considering the last half an hour I had, an hour of rushing around. It was actually the perfect call to kind of ease my day actually. Sometimes you speak to people and it's just the energy is cool. You're like, okay, this is just a cool person. Especially when push comes to shove and the money's on the line. That's where you really get some different personalities. Like people will just straight up lie to you. Like lie to you straight up. And all you can do is just accept what they have to say because you can't accuse them of being a liar. So that's how people literally wriggle out. I mean, for me, that's how I've done a good job in a sense of logical argument. But then again, I should allow them to be honest with me and themselves. Like maybe I give them an impression that they're gonna upset me or I'm gonna act a certain type of way, like aggressive. So they just rather lie than risk that happening. So I've just been buying it, but recently I've just been more calling it out because I'm just tired. I'm tired of people's excuses. Like, you just told me, we spent a whole hour talking about how you want to achieve your goals and, you know, you make things happen and like, you need to change your life and, you know, you're sick of, or you know you can do better at the minimum. And then push comes to shove and the excuses come out. But obviously I've got to point at myself. But yeah, so that call, he ended up just dipping. Like he was making excuses, you know, but that's my fault, you know. I didn't dig into enough pain. That's the thing, you got to dig into pain when it comes to sales, emotion. You know, emotion's what moves people. Like, if you want to really understand the sales game, just listen to Tony Robbins. The way he talks about people's motivators, people's reasons why, you know, emotion and just the whole NLP thing, neuro-linguistic programming. And just, you know, the whole mindset mastery kind of thing and understanding psychology. So yeah, there's a lot of that in this sales game, and that's the thing. If your energy's not right or they're not connecting with you to a point of opening up, you know, they're not going to see the value and have the urgency. I mean, I've had that. I've had a young kid, 24, literally was talking about he was going to self-harm because he was basically bullied growing up for being overweight. He's never had a girlfriend. He's had no friends. He lives in Ireland. He's from Slovakia or somewhere. And yeah, he's thinking of self-harming because he said he hates himself. Yes, he said he hates his body. I'm like, hate? He was like, yeah, like he hates what he sees in the mirror. So it's deep. But at the end of the day, you know, the program was 7K. So I was sad we couldn't help him. He said he'd have to wait till January to get 1K a month together. Do you know what? I'm a little bit thirsty. I'm gonna get some water. I should really make these live streams. That's what I'm gonna do. Next one's gonna be a live stream. Make this a live stream channel. comment below if you want to see a live stream. I'm just going to do it anyway, even if people don't watch. Just my contribution to the internet. Where are we now? So yeah, so the day ended, and yeah, so I think that's maybe a reason why I can't sleep. Just kind of like points to improve, but that's good. You know, whenever you face an obstacle, there's places to like you can improve, and what's amazing is that I can never be down or miserable because my body is healed. Like God has healed me. Like I thought, like I'd never look like this again. I thought I'm probably as much muscle as I've ever had right now. It's not crazy, but this is like back me 2018, 19 when I was pretty. I'm nowhere near as strong. My joints can't hack it. Like to lift the weights I was lifting. But you know, I have fun training. I can do some movements. I was doing pull-ups, banging pull-ups like crazy today. Banging pull-ups, you know, like like proper like pumping. And everyone was like, I think about 5 people in the gym was like, oh, you training back today, training back today. So people wasn't even clocking. And I feel like I've got this extra mass. I feel like I'm getting more attention in South Africa because I don't think it's a good look to be a skinny African here in Africa. Like literally having a pot belly is probably attractive to a lot of girls out there because you're eating. Unfortunately, I think that's still the mindset. Like there is real poverty out here, unfortunately. But there's poverty everywhere. I saw it in Argentina, I saw it in Mexico, yeah, not so much. Mexico wasn't a bad country, even out in the sticks. Obviously, I didn't go to Mexico City or nothing. I was in Cancun, but even going into the hood, which I just couldn't handle. That was, shout out Kurt Kaz. He would have handled that. He would have loved that where I was staying. I was just too far in my comfort zone. I'm wearing like short shorts and strutting down the street and wearing my fresh trainers and just feeling uncomfortable. I was just like, if anyone asks, I'm like Colombian. I'm a Colombian here. Who knows what I'm doing here, but I'm black and I'm Colombian. But I was like, the first couple of days I got my watch on me and everything. I'm like, I'm so lucky I didn't get robbed. I got me seeing like Dwayne's in Mexico with full like body tattoos. Like, I'm sure if I was got more familiar, I would have got something would have happened for sure. And I even, yeah, well that's a tell for another day, but yeah, there is real poverty out here. So anyway, I was talking about gym. Yeah, so basically, because I'm healthy, I can never have a bad day of sales. I can never have a bad day of sales because I'm like, there's so much to be grateful for. You know what I'm saying? Like, even living here in Johannesburg, like so many blessings from where I was. Like, literally, I was done with life. Tired. Super tired. But, you know, God can change things around. Just keep praying. Read your Bible. So yeah, do you know what? I don't think it's going to be a live stream because I like the monologue. I like just thinking and talking. Like, I literally could do this for a long time, but... Oh yeah, Andrew Tate. Oh, did you forget about mentioning Andrew Tate? Okay, let's get into it. So Andrew Tate is the guy. You gotta say it. You gotta say it. You gotta say it. Because, okay, my main issue was, okay, he came up off that, but still, it takes balls to do something like that, to have a webcam business. He took a lot of balls, and obviously he made a lot of women, like, rich who probably wouldn't have been able to get money without him. And they wanted to do it. Like, these women, like, even where I'm in South Africa, there's women that literally, that's how they get by. Like, you can't judge them because what would you rather, them, like, digging out of bins? Like, there's Donnies digging out of bins outside. You know what I'm saying? If you're a pretty woman with pretty looks and guys appreciate that, then why not? Like, get your money, do what you have to do. I mean, if it was my daughter, I wouldn't give her that advice, but I'd make sure my daughter was educated. But if she wasn't, then, you know, I mean, there's prostitutes in the Bible. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I guess they're prostitutes. You're doing sexual acts for money, that's prostitution. But even in the Bible, you've got, you know, characters who were prostitutes, who played pivotal roles in the history of Israel. What was her name? There's a woman that actually helped Joshua. who was a prostitute and hid the spies. I can't remember her name. Rahab, maybe? And literally, because she hid the spies, she saved the whole nation, like God's people. So she was blessed. Her whole family was blessed. So obviously, they knew what she was up to. And I'm sure the women, like, they got like prostitutes here, whatever. They got kids, mouths to feed, and they just do it. And obviously, it's much better than probably begging or stealing. So I'd rather a prostitute than a thief, for sure. For sure. So anyway, so he's helped these women make money. He's made a lot of money, and that's the thing. Even if you could, to have the balls to do that, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that world, you gotta be ready. Obviously, he's a world championship kickboxer. He seems like he's well versed in firearms combat and all endeavors of violence. That he confident, and he's so talented in his skills socially and verbally. I'm sure he must have made the right friends, and he had his mind set on what he wanted to achieve. Like, you can tell he was going for like the Mayweather money, superstar fighter, millionaire, like Tyson. And that's how he kind of lived his life. Like, I'm sure he always planned he was going to be a famous fighter, which he got to a decent level. I mean, he wasn't a household name by any means. Obviously, he's going on Big Brother. Tristan's going on that Shipwrecked. So you can tell that fame was what their path was fame. Because even there's a clip of Tristan who actually he was with like a famous woman, and he was in the tabloids in Romania for being famous. And I was just like, that is sick still. And you got to rate it, because people talking about Andrew's in the limelight and Tristan's in the background. But really and truly, there was a time where Tristan was in the forefront and Andrew was in the background. And Andrew's there backing his brother, making banter, not jealous, not hating. I'm sure they were still living together. Like, that is a mad relationship with your bro as well. Because look at, like, on the other hand, like Ryan Giggs, like their brothers, Ryan Giggs and Roderick Giggs. That's like the opposite. You got the Tates and you got the Giggs brothers. Yeah. I mean, I've got a little brother. I love him to death. But, you know, our age gap is so different. But, you know, I definitely see us doing something potentially one day. But I want him to do what he wants, because he has a different mindset to me. And I just want him to be happy. But at the same time, I would love to do something with him. But yeah, that relationship they have is so sick. And so yeah, they've made their money together. And you can tell his energy is from his dad. You can tell the way he banters, the way his view on women is like his dad. Because you look at his dad's tweets and it's like the same stuff, probably even worse. So Andrew's like quite hardcore with that. And he's just a dunny, you know what I'm saying? The girls are bad that he's with. And he's like, he's doing his thing. And he's lived everyone's dream. Like, that's every man's dream to do what he's done. And that's why he gets so much hate, because people have given up on that dream. And when you give up on a dream, you're going to look at anyone that has your dream as like a prick, or they must be like lucky or something, or just angry. That's why I can never give up, because I know I'll be looking at that person that has what I want, and I'll be like, why can't I do that? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing these videos. I'll be real, that's why I'm doing these videos, because you have to add value. And I look at someone like Andrew Tate or KSI, they could do whatever they want. I'd love to have that kind of attention. Oh, yeah, I suppose it is. That still is. I'd love to have that attention. And I'd love to spread a positive message and do music, because I love music. I'm probably too old to rap, but I'd love to do some kind of vibes. It's just like, get people, get energy together. And I always said I need to be lit online, like being lit offline. Not that I was ever lit offline, but I mean, if I had my offline life at times online, it would have been movies, literally movies. So I'm going to try and do this online thing and then see what life brings, because you have to try. I've been listening to a lot of Anthony Robbins every morning. And I think every day should start with the Bible and Anthony Robbins. You can't go wrong. You can't lose with that combination. That's what I'm going to teach everyone. Turn your life around, the Bible and Anthony Robbins and Andrew Tate. I'd actually put Andrew Tate in there as a guy, for sure. Listen to the Bible, Andrew Tate and Tony Robbins. And but I've listened to a lot of people to get me out of the mire, the rock bottom. I'm sure there probably is another rock bottom, but in my life, rock bottom. I listen to a lot of Les Brown. Man, his messages, just what was needed. Flipping heck. Oh. Les Brown, TD Jakes, Myron Golden, they're the main ones, and a lot of Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson. I read that book 12 Rules for Life at probably my worst times, breaking down and shit. Who else? Alex Hormozy tweets have been getting me biased solid. His tweets are amazing. Subscribe to Alex Hormozy's tweets. He's got all the content, but the tweets are something that, you know, I really consume probably more than anything. So he's really killed the game. And that's the thing, omnipresent. That's why I'd love to have like a cameraman. Or maybe I could just do videos like this. I mean, this is easy. I'd love to do this. Just sit the camera and just talk and just banter. And then tweeting. But tweeting, you could be a bit reckless. I was even watching a documentary about King Von. That guy was tweeted every day of his life. You can literally see the whole story by Trap Loros. That's some good content. Wow. It's like 3 hours long. Round of applause, sir. He's not even re-uploading regularly. Maybe he's got like a movie deal or a big media deal. Congratulations to him. And that's the thing about YouTube, but you can just put out your passions and then people, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be in terms of who draws to it. But yeah, what was I gonna say next? Andrew Tate, interesting Tate. But yeah, even the way Andrew submits himself to God, even though he's gone from Christianity to Islam, you know, I just respect that he believes in a higher power and how he's very steadfast on some views, but his religious views have changed wildly. It's interesting how someone can be so solid in one area and then in another area they're just like spinning around like in the wind. My man went from, I think, Christian growing up to atheist, back to Christian, now Muslim. And he reminds me like an Elliot Hulse. I think Elliot Hulse is another guy that like changes wildly. But Andrew Tate, he's tempered his message, but he's been pretty consistent. But the religious thing has been wild. But I feel like his whole religious thing has just made me a bigger fan than before. I actually wrote a song called Andrew Tate just before he went to prison. And I'll admit, I was not a true supporter. I would admit, because when he was going through the whole jail thing, I was thinking, man, maybe it's true. Like at one point I was like, because I don't know, Romania seemed like, from the London point of view, it seems like a lot of dodgy stuff could go down there. And you just never know the circles that, you know, people like guys like that, like he rolls in. And even there was this Romanian influencer that was talking about he's guilty, he's going to jail, he's a scum, he's this and that, talking about people he rolls with. And I watched those videos, and this was like in maybe springtime. And I was like, man, maybe it could be true. Like this Romanian, he's a gangster Romanian who went to jail, who talks about Romanian jail and was like trying to do his like film career. So I'm like, this gangster knows Andrew Tate from Romania, and he's saying that he's dodgy and how he's like way more savage than anyone can think, and that he's actually like doing all these mad things. So I started having doubts. So then I remember taking the song down because he was so divisive at the start. I took the song down. I actually filmed a video for it as well. Well, me and my ex, we did like a little video. And then I posted it on social media, which got quite good reaction actually. And then after that, that's like the last bit of content I did before I got really ill. I'm not sure if it was because I was glorifying Andrew Tate in the music video and God was unhappy. That's one theory I've had in my head, that God wasn't happy with me worshipping another man with music. So then I got ill and then broke up with the ex and then the business. And then rock bottom. But yeah, and I find that my journey's coincided with Andrew Tate's in terms of like when he was coming up, I remember being in Argentina and things were decent times, nothing amazing, trying to do my online business. And then when he went to jail, that's when I started getting ill. And obviously he's in jail locked up and I'm like in my room locked up because I can't even walk to the bathroom or leave the house to walk to the gym because I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. Like I have to like if I get down the road like 50 meters and my feet start hurting, I just turn around because it's like, oh no, not today. So yeah, I see my, you know, my life journey like literally in tune with his. So yeah, like I said, his videos helped me a lot, come out of rock bottom, and but yeah, man, I kind of had doubts, but now like seeing his progression and seeing that the government haven't got nothing on him, and seeing like in terms of the Romanian government, and just seeing that the lengths that they're doing to try and shut this guy down, and the stuff he's revealing is like solid guy, man. The guy that fought against cancellation and won and got even bigger, unbelievable. And the thing I like to rate about it, because I was actually in that space. So basically after COVID, the gym shut down, then I thought I was going to be an online coach. I tried that with fitness. I wasn't connecting. Nothing was hooking. And then I thought, let me go into the men's space, dating space, and talk about getting in shape to get the girls, to get the ladies. So that's what, because basically, ever since I got in shape, my relationship with women changed forever. Like, the amount of attention I got, I felt like I could finally speak to the hottest woman in the club confidently. I could never do that before. Never. But I felt like I just gave myself my own validation, and just not just for girls, but other guys respect you more as well. When you got some size, like, trust me, even recently when I was ill, when I was skinny, people giving you less right of way, people not, like, just the energy is different. Like, now you're big, now you got some size on you, people even ask you, are you using that? You're clearly not using it. You're miles away, but you're asking me if I'm using it. And I'm like, no. But I think they just want to, I don't know, maybe see if you're cool, or just say hi, or just be respectful in case you're one of those moody, grumpy, violent guys. But I remember our gym in Barking, there were some big guys in that gym. Big guys. I remember like when I was ill looking at other guys lift heavyweight, and I'm like, one day I'm going to be able to do that. It's crazy, man, crazy. Illness will make you appreciate life. And that's why I'm doing these videos. I feel like, you know, God's given me a second chance. I've got to, you know, make the most of talents. And you know what I'm saying? There's a parable about that, the man with the talents and the person who reaped. They all got one, something like that. One guy turned it into 5, one guy turned it into 2, and one guy basically dug it in the ground. And that's like the talents. And the one that multiplied it by 5 got 10. The one that multiplied it by 2 kept the 2, and the one that had 1 got that taken away and given it to the one with the most talent. So that's a big, major parable, major key there, major key. But yeah, so that's why I'm doing this video. But yeah, Andrew Tate, man, helped me a lot. And yeah, man, I'm a big supporter. I'll definitely do more videos about Andrew Tate. But yeah, I'm feeling good about this video. I'm so happy I've done it. I don't think I'm going to do live stream. I think I'm just going to talk in person, because I just flow. And let me know your thoughts. We'll just talk about a lot. I've got a lot of stories to tell, a lot of advice to give about a lot of things in my 33 years on this earth. Maybe my 16-year-old self would appreciate these videos. And also, when you're gone, these videos will be here forever, mad. All right, catch you. Actually, before I say catch you in the next one, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe as well, and yeah, catch you in the next one.